My beloved child, pause for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine a world where every worry, every doubt, and every fear fades away, leaving only peace, strength, and purpose. Can you feel it? Can you sense that warmth wrapping around your heart? My dear child, you are not alone. No matter how deep the storm, how heavy the weight you carry, there is a promise waiting for you, a promise that everything will be fine. For so long you've faced battles that seemed insurmountable. You've wondered if peace and happiness would ever come, if your struggles would ever end. But I'm here to tell you, my dear child, that no matter how dark the night, no matter how intense the challenges you face, there is light on the horizon. Everything will be fine. You are stronger than you realize. And right now, in this very moment, you're not just surviving, you're about to thrive. Imagine your heart, your spirit, your soul finally finding rest in the arms of unwavering love. Imagine a future where you're no longer burdened by uncertainty, but free to embrace every opportunity, every blessing, because that's exactly what is waiting for you. I see you, I understand the weight you're carrying, and I want to remind you, my dear child, that even in the hardest moments, there is a force far greater than any of your fears, a love far stronger than any of your doubts. In this video, we will walk through the words and promises that can guide you through every trial, lifting you from despair to hope, from struggle to triumph. So stay with me, my dear child. Everything will be fine. Let's take that first step toward a future full of grace and blessings together. Keep watching. This is just the beginning. Have you ever felt lost in the chaos of life, unsure of where to turn next? Have you wondered if everything you're going through has a purpose, or if it's just random misfortune? My dear child, in the midst of your confusion, there is one undeniable truth. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding according to God's perfect plan for your life. I know that sometimes life feels like an endless series of trials, unanswered prayers, unexpected detours, moments of doubt that seem impossible to shake. But here's the truth. Trusting in God's plan isn't about having all the answers right now. It's about believing, even when you can't see the way ahead, that He is working behind the scenes, making all things work together for your good. Think back to a moment when you were lost, when everything seemed to fall apart. It felt like there was no way out, no escape. But if you look closely now, don't you see how God has led you through that dark valley to the light on the other side? Those challenges you faced were not in vain. They were part of the plan that God carefully designed just for you. Trusting in God's plan isn't easy. It requires surrender, patience, and sometimes a willingness to let go of control. We want to rush ahead, to fix things ourselves, to make our own plans and force outcomes, but God's timing is always perfect. His plan is always better than anything we could imagine. If only we could trust Him, truly trust Him, in every moment, especially in the moments when we are most tempted to take control. Think of Abraham, standing on the edge of the unknown, called to leave everything behind and walk by faith into a future that seemed uncertain. He didn't have all the answers, but he trusted God's plan, and through that trust, he became the father of nations. Think of Joseph, who was betrayed by his own brothers, sold into slavery, and left in prison. The path ahead seemed hopeless, but God was with him every step of the way. In time, God used Joseph's suffering to position him as a leader in Egypt, saving his family and the nation. And think of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, facing the ultimate trial. He prayed, "Father, if it's your will, take this cup from me, yet not my will but yours be done." Each of these stories is a testament to the incredible power of trust. Trust that God sees the bigger picture. Trust that even when life seems unbearable, He is working all things together for good. You see, trusting in God's plan doesn't mean everything will be easy. It doesn't mean there won't be pain or struggle, but it does mean that even in the hardest moments, you can hold on to the certainty that God has not abandoned you. He is with you every step of the way. So my dear child, I ask you today, will you trust, will you place your hopes, your dreams, your fears, and your uncertainties into His hands? Will you trust that His plan is always better than your own? Because when you do, you will begin to see His fingerprints on your life, guiding you, leading you, and preparing you for the amazing future He has already mapped out for you. Trust in God's plan, even when you can't see it, even when you don't understand it, because everything is working together for your good, and His love for you will never fail. Imagine, just for a moment, that you're standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind howls, and the ground beneath your feet feels unsteady. You're facing the greatest challenge of your life. Everything inside you is screaming, I can't do this. But then, in that very moment, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Not visible, but unmistakable. A sense of calm washes over you. You realize you are not alone. You've never been alone. My dear child, I am here with you. We all face moments of immense struggle, whether it's dealing with personal loss, battling health issues, or simply trying to make sense of the chaos around us. The weight of the world can feel unbearable, but what if I told you that you have an unshakable source of strength available to you, one that never falters no matter how turbulent life becomes? Divine support and strength. This is the gift you've been given even in your darkest hour. It's not a distant idea, a concept for some far-off future. It is real, right here, right now. God's support is not just a comforting thought. It's an active, living presence that surrounds you, lifting you when you cannot stand on your own. In your moments of weakness, He is your strength. When you are lost, He is your guide. Picture this: you've been walking for miles, carrying a burden so heavy that your knees begin to buckle. You're exhausted, defeated, and for a fleeting moment, you wonder if you'll make it. And then the path cleared. Out of nowhere, an invisible hand lifts you. A wave of energy floods your being, and suddenly, you're walking taller, faster, more confident. That is divine support. That is the strength God offers you. But it doesn't stop there. When you face the impossible, it is God who fortifies your spirit. When you feel like you've hit rock bottom, it is in those moments that you discover your true strength, a strength rooted in Him. You may not see it now, but there is a wellspring of power within you, flowing from His love, His wisdom, and His unshakable promise. God doesn't promise you a life without obstacles. No, His promise is much greater. He promises to be your strength through it all. The struggles you face are not there to break you, but to mold you into the person you were always meant to be. Each trial, each hardship is a stepping stone to greater growth, deeper faith, and a stronger relationship with Him. The divine support you receive is not just a fleeting feeling of comfort, but a constant, powerful force that can carry you through the toughest time. When the storms of life rage, He is the anchor that holds you steady. When you feel like you're drowning in despair, He is the lifeline that pulls you to safety. Think about the countless moments when you felt that surge of courage at the exact right time, or when an unexpected solution appeared just when you thought there was no way out. That wasn't coincidence. That was divine strength. This strength is always within you. It's easy to forget in moments of doubt. It's easy to let fear take over. But remember this, my dear child. You are never alone. His strength is your strength, and His presence will always guide you. The journey may be difficult, but with divine support, you will not just survive, you will thrive. So when the weight of the world feels too much to bear, close your eyes and feel His hand on your shoulder. Take a deep breath and know that everything you need is within you. You are stronger than you think, because you have the divine strength of God to carry you through. Stay strong, for you are never alone, and with divine support, nothing is impossible. Have you ever felt like the weight of the world was too much to carry? Like every step you take is just a step further into darkness? My dear child, I need you to stop for a moment and take a deep breath. What if I told you that within you there is a power so vast, so unshakable, that no storm, no trial, no fear can ever defeat you? This power is called faith, and it is the key to unlocking the miracles that lie ahead. Faith is not just a word, it's a living, breathing force that moves mountains and opens doors when it seems like they're locked forever. But how do we access this power? It begins with prayer. When you pray, you're not just speaking words into the air. You're communicating with the one who created everything, the one who sees beyond what you can understand. Your prayers are heard, cherished, and answered in ways you cannot always see in the moment. In prayer, you lay down your burdens and invite divine intervention into your life. You trust that even when you can't see the way forward, He is already working behind the scenes, preparing a path that leads to your peace, joy, and restoration. Every prayer you utter, no matter how simple, is a seed that grows into a promise. You are planting the future you desire by speaking your truth to the heavens. But here's the thing, it's not always about asking for miracles. Sometimes prayer is about listening to the still with a higher purpose. And no matter how long the wait, no matter how many doubts cloud your mind, your faith will move the heavens. What do you do when fear comes knocking at your door? My dear child, there's a truth I need you to embrace. Fear is not meant to be your master. It may come, it may make you tremble, but it cannot own you. You were made to stand tall, unyielding, no matter the storm. Fear is a natural reaction to the unknown. It's what makes us human. But here's the secret. You are more than your fear. Within you lies an indomitable strength, a divine resilience that is meant to rise up when challenges seem insurmountable. Have you ever watched someone face a seemingly impossible situation, and yet, instead of crumbling, they rise up with unshakable courage? That is resilience. And it is something you already have. You don't have to look outside yourself for the strength to overcome your fears. It's already within you, planted by the Creator. When fear surrounds you, remember this. God has not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Resilience is about how you respond to fear. It's about standing firm when everything within you wants to retreat. It's about trusting that no matter how dark the path seems, the light will always find you. In those moments of doubt and confusion, you have the choice to rise. Not because the fear is gone, but because you know who you are. And you know who walks beside you. When fear overwhelms you, remind yourself that you have a Father who is bigger than any obstacle. No trial is too great for the one who holds the universe in His hands. His love gives you the strength to face anything. And with every prayer you speak, you are reinforcing your resilience, building a shield of faith that will protect you no matter what comes your way. So, my dear child, when fear comes, don't run from it. Stand up, rise, and face it head on. With faith in your heart and prayer on your lips, you will find your resilience and you will emerge victorious. In life, fear will always try to keep you small, but your faith will push you to become the warrior you were born to be. Keep praying, keep believing, and you will see how the light of God's love will carry you through the darkest of times. Pause and take a deep breath. Now picture a life overflowing with blessings, not just material wealth, but a rich, fulfilling life, where joy, love, and peace surround you at every turn. Can you see it? Can you feel it? My dear child, do you believe that prosperity is your divine right? Right now, I want to invite you to open your heart and mind, because what I'm about to share could change everything for you. Blessings and prosperity are not just distant dreams or far-off hopes. They are real within your grasp, and it's time for you to embrace them fully. You might be wondering, how can I achieve this? How can I experience prosperity when the world around me seems filled with struggles and uncertainty? You've worked hard, you've fought battles, yet it feels like you're always just one step away from the abundance you deserve. But my dear child, the secret lies in the understanding of true blessings. Blessings aren't merely about material things. They're about the spiritual, emotional, and relational abundance that floods your life when you align your heart with divine truth. True prosperity isn't about what you have. It's about who you are and how you live your life. It's about the peace that floods your soul, the love you give and receive, and the joy that fills you from within. So what's the key to unlocking these blessings? The answer is simple yet powerful. Faith. Faith in the divine promises. Faith in yourself, and faith in the goodness that is meant for you. When you truly believe that prosperity in all its forms is your inheritance, you begin to live in a way that attracts abundance. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You radiate a magnetic energy that draws blessings into your life. But how do you cultivate this kind of faith? It starts with gratitude. My dear child, when you begin to recognize and give thanks for what you have, you open the doors to even greater blessings. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. It changes your perspective and aligns your heart with divine favor. Now let's talk about the divine path to prosperity. It's not just about wishing or waiting for things to come your way. It's about actively participating in the process. Prosperity isn't just a gift, it's a partnership. You must take steps that honor the blessings already in your life. Whether it's being faithful with your time, talents, or resources, when you honor the blessings you've been given, you create an overflow of abundance. And yes, this prosperity isn't limited to wealth. It extends to your health, relationships, career, and spiritual journey. The more you align yourself with divine guidance, the more you begin to experience peace, joy, and fulfillment. Prosperity flows in every area of life. You might think, but I've been through so much. I've faced loss, struggle, and pain. Can I really expect prosperity? And to that I say, yes, my dear child, you absolutely can. Because prosperity is not the absence of hardship. It's the ability to rise above it. It's the strength to overcome challenges and still emerge with a heart full of faith and gratitude. And here's the truth. Prosperity is not just for the fortunate few. It's available to all who choose to trust, believe, and walk in alignment with the divine plan. The moment you shift your mindset and begin to embrace the idea that blessings are already on their way to you, you begin to witness miracles in your life. So my dear child, are you ready to step into the life of abundance you were always meant to live? The time is now. Trust in the promise, walk in faith, and watch as blessings and prosperity flow into your life in ways you never thought possible. You are meant to thrive, you are meant to prosper, and your journey to a blessed, abundant life starts. My dear child, have you ever felt lost, like the weight of the world is too much to bear, as if you're standing at the edge of an uncertain journey, unsure of which step to take next? Let me remind you of something beautiful, something powerful that you may have forgotten. You are never alone. You are always protected, always guided, always loved. When life feels overwhelming and when fear creeps in like a shadow, know this: God's protection and guidance are your shield and your compass, no matter where you are or what you face. You see, my dear child, the world can be chaotic. It can pull at you from every direction, whispering doubts, stirring fears, and creating confusion. But what if I told you that, even in the midst of life's storms, there is a hand reaching out for you, a hand that will never let you fall, no matter how strong the winds or how deep the waves? That hand, my dear child, is God's. In times of trouble, it's easy to forget that God is watching over you, that His presence surrounds you like a fortress, but He is, in every moment, in every breath, He is with you. Whether you're facing a personal struggle, dealing with loss, or simply feeling lost in the everyday hustle of life, God's protection is constant. It's a divine shield that stands between you and the darkness, between you and the things that try to harm you. Think of it like this. When a child runs through a storm, they know that their parent will keep them safe. No matter the storm's force, The parent doesn't shield them from the rain or the wind, but they guide them through it, holding their hand firmly. God is the ultimate protector, not only sheltering us from harm, but guiding us with wisdom and love. God's guidance is not always a loud voice, but a whisper in your heart, a feeling of peace when you make the right choice, or a sense of reassurance when you're stepping into the unknown. His guidance is like a soft light that illuminates your path, leading you when the road ahead seems unclear. You don't have to walk alone. You never have to make the journey on your own strength alone. God is there, walking beside you, lighting the way. And let me tell you this, my dear child, God's guidance doesn't just show up in moments of crisis. It's present in the quiet moments, in the whispers of encouragement, in the moments when you choose to listen to His word. Every time you open your heart, every time you reach for His wisdom in prayer, you are tuning yourself to His voice. It's a soft, steady rhythm, like a heartbeat that echoes through your life, directing you toward peace, purpose, and His divine will. Remember, you don't have to understand every step of the journey to trust that God's protection is at work. Even when the road is tough, and when it seems like you're walking through a desert, trust that His hand is there, holding you up. He will never let you fall. He will never forsake. So, my dear child, when the next storm comes, whether it's a fear, a challenge, or an uncertain moment, take a deep breath and remember, God's protection and guidance are yours, always. With Him you are never lost, never alone, and never without hope. Embrace the journey, for with God's protection and guidance, everything will be fine. Let His love be your anchor. Let His wisdom be your light. Stay close to Him. Trust in His plan, and watch how His protection and guidance lead you to a future beyond your wildest dream. Because with God by your side, nothing is impossible. Imagine this, a moment where all your chaos, all your worries, all the noise around you fades away. What remains is a profound stillness, a peace that surpasses anything you've ever known. Can you feel the weight lifting off your shoulders as you rest in God's embrace? My dear child, peace isn't found in the absence of storms, but in the presence of God. In a world filled with distractions, anxiety, and constant change, we often search for peace in the wrong places. We chase after fleeting comforts or look for answers in the wrong directions. But peace, real peace, is found in one place alone: God's presence. What if I told you that in His presence, you could experience a calm that the world cannot offer, a peace that isn't dependent on circumstances, but rooted in the unshakable truth of His love for you? My dear child, you have direct access to this peace, no matter what when the storms of life rage around you, when fear and doubt seem to take over, it is in God's presence that you will find rest for your soul. He doesn't promise the absence of trouble, but He promises peace in the midst of, in the quiet moments of prayer, in the deep connection with His Word. Peace floods your heart, calming your spirit and renewing your strength. So today, I invite you to step into that peace. Let go of the noise, let go of the tension, find refuge in God's presence. Because when you are with Him, nothing is impossible. The storm may still be raging, but within Him you will find a calm that can carry you through. Stay with me, my dear child, and experience peace like never before. My dear child, the future you've longed for is not a distant fantasy, but a reality waiting to unfold before you. In a world that often feels uncertain, where doubts creep in like shadows and fear pulls at your heartstrings, one truth remains: hope. Hope for the future. Hope that no matter the storms you've weathered or the scars you carry, there's something beautiful waiting for you just ahead. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Imagine a future where your dreams come alive, where peace replaces anxiety, and where every step you take is filled with purpose. It's possible. Even when everything around you seems to be falling apart, God's hand is guiding you towards something great. You may not see it now, but trust me, the best chapters of your story are yet to be written. I know the road ahead may seem daunting. You may feel as if you're standing at the edge of an unknown abyss, but let me assure you, my dear child, the abyss is not empty. It is filled with opportunities, with blessings, and with the power of transformation. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the promise of a future that is brighter than you ever imagined. Hope is not a mere wish, it's a foundation for the life you deserve. So hold on, trust in the journey. Hope is the compass that will guide you. Stay with me because the best is yet to come. Your future is filled with glory, and the path forward is paved with grace. Keep watching, the light is closer than you think. My dear child, as we close this moment together, remember this: the future you hope for is already unfolding. You are held in divine love, guided by a power greater than any fear or doubt. Even in the most challenging times, trust that everything will be fine. Hope is not just a distant wish, it is your strength, your guiding light through every storm. Keep your faith unwavering, and know that the best is yet to come. Your future is bright, full of blessings, and filled with unimaginable grace. You are not alone, your journey has just begun. Stay blessed.